What's happening? Okay.
Oh, fuck.
I got it.
I missed it.
Did you?
It was a funny scene.
Was. Are we live?
We're live. I pushed the button.
It has literally been like twice a fortnight.
It's been 16 years. It feels like.
That's what it feels
like forever.
And look, your family is always the first to join.
Here she is, my sister-in-law. Look at her on Instagram Live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to 30ish podcast.
How to do this anymore.
Yeah, guys, it's been a long time. We again,
life.
We're taking summer breaks. Just some summer breaks is what we've been doing.
It's a good call.
That's all.
Well,
just a couple of summer breaks.
I moved my. Let's see. When was the last time we recorded?
A long time ago, because if you guys didn't notice, we are not in the same place.
No, I moved.
We have ascended to the fifth dimension.
Into a slightly smaller bedroom.
It's fucking sweet.
Well, it's taller ceilings, so.
You guys like it?
Whatever.
Tell us what you think once you watch it.
Be like,
and
you
Emily,
should move.
My wonderful, beautiful sister-in-law.
It's true.
Yeah,
so
how the fuck are you?
I moved, and then my sister and...
What did you just pull out of your hair?
My earring. It's not in my hair. I just have to get it out because those headphones are hurting.
What did you pull out of your ear?
An
earring.
Yeah, no. I moved, and then my sister got married to her lovely fiance. Which, who else? That'd be really weird if
and
she
it was
got
a
married to
surprise wedding.
Entity. Yeah, it was a surprise wedding, and she didn't say no, so that was good. She's actually right behind this wall over here.
It wasn't so much of a surprise, but...
I mean, to Crystal it was.
I mean, it was a surprise, like, Yeah. That's fucking sweet.
And I didn't spoil it, so...
She didn't fuck it up at all.
I didn't fuck it up at all. So, let's see, we moved out. I was in Texas for a week, and then I came back up here, and then we were going to record, and then you went somewhere.
I went to Vermont.
You went to Vermont.
A wedding in Vermont.
Yes. So that's exciting.
Did anyone see my zone out if you're watching Instagram Live?
Looking at my earrings.
Shay's earrings. I was like,
they're not that interesting.
I'm just zoning out.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, I went to Vermont.
Well, how was that?
It was fucking sweet.
Did you get some maple syrup?
Not so secretly, want to move there.
Well, that's because it's beautiful.
It's fucking amazing. It's beautiful. It would be very cold in the winter.
Yeah, fuck that.
But it was a fun time. It was for a wedding. I got these things called maple creamies. Does anyone know what that is? Do you know what a maple creamie is?
Is that when, like, never mind.
No, it's not when a lumberjack jizzes in your face.
I was going to say a Mountie, but whatever.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
But it is a soft serve ice cream made with only cream, because apparently soft serve is usually made with milk. Which you gotta put cream in your ice cream, okay? Anywho, it's made with only cream, and it's made with goddamn Vermont maple syrup.
Would you also say hello to your brother?
Hi, Austin, my little brother. Oh, Austin.
I got you,
fact
Austin.
checker.
Yeah.
It's been so long. I was supposed to fact check us.
I think I just fact checked you by telling you that he was here. Boom, roasted.
Oh, she did. Yeah, anyways, so maple creamies, and hello, Austin.
That could actually be a whole menu item in itself.
Moving along.
I forgot how to do this, so it's okay. Bear with us.
Yeah, and apparently your thing doesn't want to stay up.
I know. Story of my life.
Gotta get that fixed.
Stop it. But yeah, so that was all. That's been happening though. Like, haven't done anything.
I know.
Really?
Just been fucking working. Just been fucking doing the same old thing.
It's true. I don't know what's happening. I'll figure it out later.
Shay's having some technical.
It's fine. I'll just do this.
Physical, not physical. What would these be? Equipment malfunctions?
Yeah, you got it right.
You have to say it like that, like a robot.
Oh my god.
Okay, what are we drinking?
This is legitimately
we do say
painful.
that.
Yes.
We do talk about that. I do remember.
Careful.
Now I'm just like fucking breaking my mic.
No.
This is all new to us.
Very new territory.
This is very new. Okay.
Anyway,
here we go.
What are we drinking? What did you make for us?
Oh, drinking. So today I made a special drink with a beautiful ripe Palisade peach, because if you guys don't know what Palisade is, it's a beautiful, wonderful place on the western slope of Colorado, and it is... You guys, it sounds real good in here, okay?
It does sound really good.
Anyways,
The
Palisade
ambiance is
peach,
amazing.
they're ripe as fuck and delicious. So good right now. And so I muddled that with some lemon juice and a little sugar and a tiny bit of salt.
And then what did you do?
And then I mushed it and muddled it, and then I strained it and got all the juices. And then I put it in this cup. Oh, I'll tell you exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I put it in the cup, and then with all the ice, and then I put some Synergy
kombucha.
kombucha.
Which is really good.
About up to here, about like most of it, and then left a little room on the top for a float.
For Topo.
Did you notice? For Topo Chico, float a Topo Chico.
Yeah.
Did you notice I didn't put alcohol in it?
Yeah, and I was
You're
like...
right, I
yeah,
didn't.
No.
And then Shay quickly
The alcoholic that I
showed
am.
me where the alcohol was.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't mean to not. I was like, she was like, how much alcohol is in this? This is really like...
It's
I
like
can't even
nice and
taste
refreshing. It's buoyant. I love it.
And I was like, oh, well, I didn't put anything in it.
You dumb bitch.
Well,
It's
fine. Don't worry. We then put a certain amount of vodka in there that Shay just glugged in, and now we're drinking
It's
it.
how my mother raised me. So
We
whatever.
drank some down.
Oh,
Don't worry.
Jesus.
Anyways,
It's
what'd you
fine.
roll? What'd you roll, Shay?
I rolled a free roll, and I think I nailed it for essentially
All
kind
the
of
topics?
all of our top. Well, kind of just like kind of where we've been, like on where we've been on our journey. It was
Our
good.
Saturn return. Just kidding.
Sure.
Actually, yeah. Anyways,
Yep,
you're
okay.
like, what?
Yeah. And this is a big side note, but I want to give a little shout out to our wow, this makes me look really horrible. But our
sponsor?
thank you.
Our partners?
Yes.
Our homies?
God, yes. They have this great honey. It's hemp farms, right? Yeah. No.
Farmhouse hemp.
Farmhouse hemp. My bad. Wow, this makes me look really bad. But anyway,
Shay's a little intoxicated already.
I've had like 5 drinks. I don't know. Anyway, so
it's gonna be a good one.
So my sister's wife's dog recently passed away, which is very, very sad. But the only thing that really alleviated her pain was the honey that they have. We rubbed on her little gums, and she just freaking made her pass out. Really sweet. So, like, hey, it may not cure cancer, but it alleviates the shit out of it. So
For your doggies, too. That's sweet. That's
so
awesome.
I wanted to make sure. It's been like a minute.
Shout out
since
to
we've been on.
Farmhouse Hemp.
Right.
Use code 30ish, THURDYISH for 10% off.
Boom. Thank
Just
you.
do it. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I thought that was really sweet.
And rest in peace to little Sammy.
Yeah.
Little angel dog.
Sammy dog.
Well,
So yeah, now they just have the one wolf dog terrorizing my cats. It's fine.
she just loves them so.
It's true. Okay, we should stop this now.
What time are we at? Okay,
don't
it's
know.
also
Way
fucking
too
late.
much.
You
Yeah.
guys are up late tonight. 9:40 Mountain Standard Time.
My God.
Oh, hi friends.
We gotta wrap
Hi
this
new
up.
friends. We gotta go.
Yeah.
We're old friends because we've said hi friends on our Instagram live for so long. So
It's true.
our friend.
It's true. We're gonna have to buckle you down here for a minute.
I'm trying to fix this.
Okay, now you're good.
Okay, we gotta go. Okay. We gotta record this.
Okay, I'm gonna try and press stop with my toe.
I rolled crime.
Oh, I forgot to ask you because I was an asshole.
I rolled crime.
You rolled crime. I'm super
And
excited for that.
It's somewhat, it's nostalgia a little bit too.
Ooh.
And it's pretty fucking sad.
Oh.
So let's go.
Okay.
It's fucked up.
Okay,
So
here
get ready.
We're gonna try and do this all together now.
Boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 beep. She's ready for this.
Dude, I'm getting really good at using my pinky toe.
Yeah, girl, you're gonna get that thing strong. So weird.
Yikes.
Okay.
You're right. I am going to get that thing strong.
Okay.
Okay, go. So we're not here till 1 o'clock in the morning.
All right, so
Good to be back in the saddle, though.
it is good to be back. Feels good.
It feels right.
It feels loud to hear our voices in my ears, but it feels.
You know why, though?
Beautiful.
Because, like, you're having to lean really close to it now.
You're right.
And you're not
It's
making...
nice. Yeah. It's finally right. Everything is coming into place.
It is.
Our Saturn return is returning us to the sun.
It's okay, guys. We're going to make
Wait, what were you even talking about that?
What?
I fucking interrupt you. I was like, your Saturn return. You're like, shut up.
I can't remember what we were talking about.
You're talking about what your topic is. It's bringing us around.
And I wasn't. I think I was just nervous on the live, but I felt like now it didn't make sense. It made more sense though, like when we were both kind of going on trips. I'm like, oh, this makes sense. Like this will be a great topic for that.
Okay, got it.
But still, it still maintains a good topic for when you're just taking a journey through life on Highway 66.
On the route. Route.
I'm sorry.
Do you guys say route or route? Let us know.
It's root.
DM us.
Is it crown or crayon?
It's definitely crayon.
No.
Crayon.
Just ignorant
Crayon.
people just don't see.
Crayola.
They just see it black and white. They don't
Okay.
They don't see the freaking beautiful whatever, the peach skin, whatever it is.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Okay.
You like that? Do you like that? I just made that up.
I'm going to call this episode A Subtle Hand Rub.
Just a subtle. Just a subtle.
All right, go on.
Okay, so
I'm ready. I'm so excited for you.
crime. First of all, guys, I hope you know that crime is the least rolled topic I
For
ever
you.
get.
Yeah.
For me, which is crazy because Shay always gets it, which is good because she
I manifest
is
it.
destined to be talking about the crimes.
All the time. I like that you also held your hands up.
I know, I was
boobs.
like cupping. I don't even know what I was doing.
It's
okay.
fine.
So
Well, I'm excited.
speaking of crime, here we go. We're going to talk about a little girl named Judith Barsi. Do you know who that is?
No. I'm so excited. I don't mean to say that like that. Sorry.
She is most famously known for being the voice of Ducky.
You're going to do the
In
Ducky
Land Before Time.
one.
Yes, because
Yes. I'm excited.
I wanted to
not.
know, and I was like, I heard about this, but
It's
is
pretty-
it true? And it's fucking true.
It's pretty fucked up. Buckle in.
Buckle up and
Or
buckle in. Have
strap
you
in.
done it? Have you?
I researched a little bit. I have not researched it in depth, but I know how she died.
Yeah. So here
But I
we
don't
go.
really know the reasons why. Yeah,
Buckle up.
but let's go.
So, she was also the voice of Anne Marie in All Dogs Go to Heaven, which is very timely because they do. They do all go to heaven. Anyways, here we go. She was
right.
born June 6th, 1978 in Los Angeles, California. She was the only daughter of a man named Joseph and Maria
I thought you were
Barsi.
just going to say of a man.
It's Joseph. They're Hungarian, so I believe it's Joseph or something. I'm
probably-
sorry if it's wrong.
It's okay.
I'm being
That's my line.
assuming little white American girl.
Yeah.
Okay, and I didn't even look it up like a bitch.
It's fine.
So anyways, both of the mother and the father of little Judith were immigrants that fled to the US from Hungary following the 1956 uprising, which was a national revolution against the Hungarian People's Republic to its Soviet imposed policies. So they were like trying to get the fuck out of that shit because shit was
Okay.
getting real fucked up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I bet.
So trauma much? Okay. That was the
Seriously.
mom and dad. They didn't like know each other in Hungary, but they were both
So they were seeking their own Great Valley.
they were seeking their own Great Valley.
I'm
is
so sorry.
very fucking true.
I was
Thank you,
so
Shay.
sorry. I need to shut
So
the fuck up.
Maria in Hungary was just from like a southern rural area of Hungary that was just like a nice place to live, I guess. That's all it really said. Joseph apparently had a miserable childhood. According to Maria's brother, he grew up in a rougher industrial part of Hungary, and he was also a drunk, but we'll get to that later. So
Don't worry, guys. We'll get to that later.
Yosef also would always say that he didn't have a mom and dad, so like he didn't have he had like a not a very good childhood.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if his parents died or he just like
he just had a fucked up childhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, the mom and the dad did immigrate from Hungary, but at different times to LA, and they met in a restaurant where she was a waitress and he would buy drinks with $100 bills. Oh. What a keeper! Oh my god! Hey, big spender!
She was like, "Take me away."
Oh wow! What a wonderful man. Which apparently he was in the beginning of their relationship.
Well,
I'm sure you guys know how this story's gonna go.
Who's to say? All right, keep going.
Okay. So Yosef was a plumbing contractor. Maria, I couldn't find what she did before having Judith, the wonderful little star child. But she was credited in multiple articles for beginning to prep her daughter for stardom at the ripe age of 5. So she was like, "You're going to be a star, baby girl. And I'm going to get you voice lessons and dance lessons and music lessons." And people were like, "You're crazy." And she was like, "No, I'm not." And then
that was it.
And then some members of a crew that were shooting a commercial at an ice skating rink noticed the adorable little pixie-ish 5-year-old girl skating artfully across the ice and hired her for their commercial. And that was her first commercial, and that's her first.
And how old was she?
She was 5.
She's a baby.
She was really little, cute, little blonde hair, blue eye little girl. So let's talk about her first TV role ever. So she started in commercials. She was in like 70 different commercials. And then she was in TV and movies.
Okay.
For until her death. But anyways, first let's talk about her first fucking TV role ever, okay? Listen, this is a little bit of a side note.
Okay.
So it was a 1984 American television miniseries based on the Fatal Vision controversy. It was called Fatal Vision.
What?
And it was based on this true crime book of the same name about the murders of the wife and daughters of a U.S. Army officer at Fort Bragg in 1970.
Oh dear. Okay.
And it's so that's weird. That was her first television series. Okay. Very special. They're like, just get her in there. Jeez. But I mean, a lot of people, like, a lot of kids' first roles are like,
usually it's like something like
fucking like Exorcist,
right? Or the random
put a poltergeist, like the fucking poltergeist,
the random extra child, like in the special units case,
the grudge cat demon.
Yes, that one too.
Anyways, moving along. So, so the controversy over Fatal Vision and the book is that a journalist and author, Joe McGinnis, he sold this true crime book that he wrote. Sorry, I don't know what I fucked this up. So basically, okay, so Fatal Vision is this true crime book. And it was written because fucking McGinnis, the guy who wrote it, was hired by McDonald, who is the real dude that murdered his fucking wife and kids, that this fucking TV show was about, which was based on this true crime book that this man wrote, that he originally was hired by the dude McDonald who did this.
Okay.
To write a book about him and how his story was innocent and framing him as innocent. And so then this dude that was hired ended up being like, "You're a fucking liar and you definitely killed your fucking wife and family." Right. So then he wrote this book that way. And then, so that's the story behind Fatal Vision. So we're going to have to look that up. It's an old TV series. Netflix. Shit. Anyways, fucking weird. So, that was her first TV show.
Okay.
So, she also appeared, like I said, obviously I just said she was in other TV shows. So the other TV shows she was in were like Growing Pains, Cheers, Twilight Zone, Love Boat,
She had
some weird TV movie called Kids Don't Tell. She had a fucking career.
She had
this
a
little
broad
girl.
She
She did.
because she's adorable. Listen to her voice
and her little voice. She's so cute. And then some of her movies, other than Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven, were Jaws: The Revenge.
What is she in Jaws: The Revenge? What was she? She plays a little. I mean, obviously she played the little kid.
She played a little girl. I don't know, but she was in Jaws: Revenge, and I get to talk about that little trip for Jaws: The Revenge later.
I'm into that.
Because it was a turning point in the story.
Oh.
Of
her
death.
Yeah.
No. And actually, her last two movies were Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Wasn't okay. I'll stop. But go on.
Anyway,
yeah.
So, and her agent Ruth Hansen, who really cared for this little girl a lot and actually tried to help her a lot.
Yeah.
Said she was such a bad little lady, like such a good, she was always being booked for jobs.
Yeah.
Was because she was really small and she was really adorable and sweet, and she was literally 3'8" when she turned 10.
What?
Little peanut girl.
She was
she was always cast for younger roles, but
she was like a little Mara Wilson,
and she was really sweet. Yeah. Also, she was making 6 figs at age 6.
Well, then her dad's an
maybe
idiot.
7. She was making $100,000 a year, and she bought her family a 3-bedroom house in the West Hills of LA. Fucking hills, motherfucker.
Did she buy her family a house, or was her dad like, "You're buying me this house"?
Well, I'm sure they just took her money and
sweet baby.
They bought very nice things, which we'll just anyway. So she was normally a sweet, bubbly little girl, like I said, according to her family and her agent. But Ruth, her agent, did say her sweet attitude started shifting the last year of her life, and especially after the filming of Jaws: The Revenge. So, according to Maria's brother, Joseph Weldon, the mom and the daughter had gone to the Bahamas together without the dad to film Jaws for a couple weeks, and dad was fucking mad about that.
Why? Because
but then they offered him a ticket, and then he was a little fucker and was like, "No, I'm not going." So it was like, okay, fine, bye. Dude. Anyways, he was a little fucker. Yeah. So, after filming the movie, they ended up visiting her brother Joseph, and he remembers a phone call with the dad when they were visiting, and the brother had definitely known of some bullshit going on before, which we'll get into in a second. So this phone call that Judith was talking on the phone with her father at her uncle's house, and the dad was like, "Remember what I told you before you left," referring to this knife incident where he was like, "If you decide not to come back from the Bahamas, I'll kill you and your mom," basically.
Jesus Christ.
So anyways,
sounds like a stand-up guy.
Yeah, so yeah, and then I guess after the phone call, Judith was terrified, and she cried and dashed off to the bedroom.
Oh, sweet baby.
And they ended up cutting their visit short and going back to California to the dad, of course, because that's.
But didn't she have to film?
She had already filmed. It was after they were filming.
So they were just hanging out.
Mm-hmm. They were just hanging out with her brother after filming, and they cut their trip short.
Wow.
Yeah. So apparently this wasn't his first time threatening anything that insane.
He's gonna threaten it. So threaten them. So then go back toward the homicidal maniac.
Of course, cool. Of course. So, his friend recalls him telling him that he lost his vision in one eye in a fight one time. He also
Jesus Christ
confided in this little plumber friend they had that he had served time in New York for killing a man in a brawl. He also, again, like I said earlier, was a fucking drunk, alcoholic. And his drinking led to 3 arrests for driving under the influence of alcohol, but of course nothing would come of that.
No.
Because that's not, you don't look into that.
That's silly.
That's just let him go again.
He was just being silly, and he just drank too much, and
he has no problem.
You know what? Boys will be boys.
Not that that's always a problem, but I mean, it is if you have 3 DUIs. You should not be getting...
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. Exactly. That's pretty much what everyone would fucking say, and then shit happens. So he would also routinely threaten to kill himself, his wife, and his child.
Cool.
Again, she was like... She died when she was 10 years old, so she was like baby. Some specific instances were, so he was perpetually angry at his wife. Like multiple neighbors, friends would like are quoted saying like this kind of stuff that he of that she would tell them, and then nothing would happen, I guess. So anyways, specifically, he would say he would kill himself and Judith and leave Maria alive to suffer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one of the specific things he would say. Once Maria bought Judith a special kite, and her father, she was like playing with it. Her father grabbed it, and Judith was like crying, and she was like, "You're gonna break it." And then he said, "Look at her. She's a spoiled brat and doesn't share her new toy." And then he broke it into as many pieces as he could.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
That was like reported from a neighbor. And a lot of these neighbors like don't want to be named.
Of course, because they're probably terrified of this dude.
So most of the abuse in the house was verbal, but Maria Barsi did file a police report against her husband in December of 1986.
Finally.
Accusing him of threatening over the last 5 years to kill her and of choking her and hitting her in the face.
Well.
But, you know, the police didn't find any visible injuries, and so... The wife eventually declined to prosecute.
But, okay.
And they also dropped the case.
Okay.
That's...
But, I mean, that makes
I'm sure,
sense. I'm sure she was just scared.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't blame her.
So, Weldon, her brother, said that Joe Barsi had tried to give up drinking for his wife 2 years prior to this instance because of his issues, but was unable to work himself back into the good graces of his wife. And so that always ticked him off because he's like, "I gave up drinking for you." And she was like, "I'm really over this. And I don't know what to do." Right. So, another source said that Mr. Yosef had a side chick before murdering his wife, actually showering her with expensive gifts, including a necklace and a ring.
Shocking.
Some other family friends that are to not be named again said the girl spoke darkly of her home life. She would say, "I'm afraid to go home. My daddy is miserable. My daddy is drunk every day, and I know he wants to kill my mother."
Jesus.
Is what the couple said. As a result of her abuse, Barsi began gaining weight, or little Judith began gaining weight. Shit got so bad that she started plucking out her own eyelashes and pulling out her cat's whiskers, which is called trichotillomania.
First of all,
age 10.
Can you imagine?
No,
holding that cat down.
How could she have done that?
Like, I'm just trying to envision trying to hold down Colonel and be like, "Just hold still. I can't pluck out
she didn't care what happened, apparently.
No, but I don't blame her, I guess.
But she was like really under a lot of anxiety, and she was a fucking baby.
Right? Oh.
So in May 1988, after breaking down in front of her agent, the mom finally, so Judith broke down in front of her agent. And then the agent was like, "You need to fucking take your daughter to a psychologist." So the mom did. And after one visit, thankfully, the psychologist identified severe physical and emotional abuse and reported it to the Child Protective Services.
Good for her.
But
here it comes.
The investigation was dropped after Maria assured the caseworker that she intended to begin divorce proceedings against Yosef, and that she and Judith were going to move into a Panorama City apartment that she had actually already gotten that May. And she rented it as like a daytime haven for them. Like, so she would go there during the day, and then they would come back at night.
I'm sorry. If you have to rent a place to go to a home away from your home, you need to get out.
Exactly. So she was slowly trying, but...
And the daughter is the one that had the money. Like, I don't even understand why this is even an issue.
Well, just wait.
Oh.
And then child services couldn't help anymore because...
They're useless.
They were just like, oh, it's fine. I guess we won't even fucking follow up on this. Mm-hmm. But also, like, one of the detectives on the case was like, how do we protect someone from threats? We can't, which is really fucked. And then she was like, I could say I'm going to kill you. I have the right because we have a free society to say that. I don't have the right to carry it out. And it's just like, okay.
That takes a little bit of a free speech, a little bit too far, but sure, officer.
Yeah, thanks, detective. So, also... Child Services, like one of the commissioners said that there was money in the budget to remove the girl from the home, but that would have separated the mother and the daughter. But there wasn't. It's like, what? Couldn't you just allocate that money to this situation because that's the situation it is and it needed to be that way? But no. So, like, the mom didn't file with... She also didn't want to go through because the daughter would have been taken away from the mom, too, I guess. Which doesn't make sense. It sounds
like there was just, like, a giant safety net, but, like, a 4,000 holes in it. Because it seems like they're falling through every single one of these holes.
Meanwhile, homie can get, like, fucking 3 DUIs and...
100%.
It's just, like...
And it doesn't even matter.
So, yeah, there was a shortage of money to monitor a child who was remaining in the home.
Okay.
So it was like...
Sure. Fine.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Maria's friends urged her to follow through with her plan of, like, actually moving out like she said she was going to, but she hesitated. And according to the agent, Miss Ruth Hansen, in June... she wanted to stay in the house because she wanted to be in the neighborhood for Judith's birthday. And then the next month, July, which is the month of her death,
right?
She said she didn't want to lose her home and her belongings, that because she loved her things that Judith's money had got them.
Dude, they're both
she didn't want to leave.
The mom and the dad are both pieces of shit. And then, like, if she was so fucking concerned about her daughter's well-being, then just send her somewhere with a friend. Fine, whatever. And whatever trinkets you have.
Oh, fucking trinkets.
Gross.
That's all they are. They're trinkets.
Jesus.
And thingamajigs.
Thingama what?
Thingamabobs.
I got 20.
There you go. So, as to what set... Did I even tell you guys this?
I don't know.
So...
What set him off?
If you guys haven't figured it out, the dad killed both of them.
Yes.
So, as for what set her husband off, no one really knows. So, some speculate he might have discovered Maria's plan to move out. He also might have found that she was planning a divorce or that his daughter was seeing a psychologist because of his crazy, abusive as fuck fucking ass.
So he could have just seen that the party was over.
Yeah, so no one really knows what set him off, but he was able to kill them. So, on Monday, July 25th, Judith missed an appointment at the Hanna-Barbera Productions, Inc.
Oh. What was she working on? Do you know?
She was like, it was a casting call.
Aww.
And because it was with Ruth Hansen, the agent, and Hansen said that Joe Barsi had told her a big car had come and taken the mother and daughter to San Diego.
Right.
And so Ruth was like, okay, I guess she's not coming to the audition. So then the detective believes that the pair were actually killed Monday or Tuesday. And then on Tuesday night, Barsi told Ruth Hansen in a telephone call that he had decided to move out of the home for good, but planned to stick around long enough to say goodbye to his little girl. Fucking peace.
Oh, shit.
So on July 28th, 1988... next door neighbor Eunice Daly said she was watering her garden when she heard an explosion and saw smoke rising from the Barsi home Wednesday morning.
Oh.
Which was apparently another thing he said that he'd do. Kill them and light the house on fire.
Oh.
So that's fine. Just par for the course. Check into that.
Okay.
One report said that she heard a gunshot and then called the cops. But anyways, I found some mixed things. But Los Angeles Times reported that 3 people were found dead in an apparent murder-suicide, and that the bodies were believed to be those of Joseph, Maria, and little Judith. So Judith apparently was found in her room.
No, pumpkin.
And Maria was found in the hallway. Believe they both had gunshots, and the police lieutenant said that they were covered in gasoline.
Jesus
And
Christ.
so he had lit them on fire and the house. Joseph's body was found in the garage, dead from self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Wow.
So that's the story of Little Ducky.
Little Ducky.
So this is kind of crazy, and I had no idea, and it actually like brought back my fucking memories. So Judith's final film, All Dogs Go to Heaven, she was the voice of Anne Marie, if you guys remember that movie, which I really want to go watch it now.
Oh, it'll fuck you up.
I know it really will. I don't, but I do.
It's a good one.
I think I'm ready. It was actually released posthumously in November of 1989. Good job. Thank you for holding your tongue.
I was holding my tongue.
Good job, Shay. So,
Oh, dog.
yeah, so a year later,
baby.
November 1989.
It got released.
The year of my birth.
Oh, maybe you're just a reincarnation of... I'm just joking. But maybe not.
Yeah, I'm Shay.
Maybe you are. Yep.
Sarah. I'm just kidding. I don't know. So in an interview with Don Bluth, we all know Don Bluth, right?
No, we know Don Bluth.
He's like
amazing.
He's actually the director of Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven, and he's voices in. Isn't he the voice in? He's definitely a voice in All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I think so. Yeah, and I think he's the voice of who's Charlie's little best friend, the wiener beagle thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
and then he was in
he was in some other ones.
He also
a big
did
jolly man.
He also did like Troll in Central Park.
Yeah. Okay.
He did, and I think he was the troll.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of shit.
So he praised her as being absolutely astonishing. She understood verbal direction even for the most sophisticated situations. Bluth stated he intended to feature her extensively in his future productions.
Aww.
And the closing.
That's sad.
So I don't know if you guys fucking remember this, but it literally blasted me back to my fucking childhood. And the closing credits song, Love Survives, was dedicated in her memory. And if you remember, there's a little thing and it says, in memory of, and then it has someone's name, and it was Judith Barsi's name. And now I know why.
I don't really remember that part.
I remember wondering, like, what,
Who was Judith?
Yeah, I remember wondering who that was, like, every time I watched that movie. And that is all.
That's a good one.
Yep.
And
okay.
it was super sad, but I'm glad that you did that one.
Thanks. Now we all know the truth.
With each passing day.
And like sands in the hourglass. So.
Well, it was like, that's all I can remember from The Land Before Time, like their ending song. Because like I feel like all of those 90s movies kind of had like this ending. It was like, it was at the end of, it was sung by Diana Ross.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Each passing day.
Oh, I was like, what?
Like something, you come some so far. Don't go in a way.
That is it. That's perfect.
But I can't remember what it is. Because I'd only listen like the first really 4 bars and then I would turn it off. But like, remember like how
I gotta go.
All of those movies all had like kind of a big pop diva that would sing.
Let me get you run around.
What is that from?
It's Neverending Story.
Is that it?
Never-ending story. Too bad you guys aren't watching this on video.
It was pretty amazing.
Because my facials. All right, are you ready to go? Because it is...
Well, I gotta lean under your carriage.
It was past my bedtime before I left my goddamn house today, but that was my fault. His dad killed him, and I used to know why. Well, because of fame and money and shit.
They all are just jealous assholes.
Fucking dicks.
Fucking dicks. You're a dick too. And
Why?
I don't know why.
Why you gotta kill your baby kids? You can just take some little meditation. You can just take a little pill for your sedation. You're a dick man. Why do ya? I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so what I did for my week from 7 weeks ago. So this was kind of like in light of our recent road tripping. So it was like, because first you actually did a road trip, and that's kind of when this all started. It was when you were real pissed off at Austin because you didn't stop the Dolly Parton, and that would have been a great roadside attraction.
Oh shit, Shay.
And
it's gonna be great.
And then I went to Texas, and there's not a whole lot that you can stop, because I mean, like, if any of you have ever driven through Texas, it's a whole lot of fucking nothing. You're like, you wake up, you get up like 5 o'clock in the morning, and still at noon you could still be driving through Texas depending on where you started from. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a very
so like
large
for instance
place.
Like it is 16 hours to get from here to from Fort Collins to Austin, and about 10 hours of that is just driving through Texas. And it's not like it's like a nice scenic drive. It's just desert.
Until you get right about outside of Austin.
It's great. There's like 3 turns throughout the entire trip. It's great. So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna do some roadside attractions, and I'm gonna do like a little
so great
smallish history. I might skip over some of these. Again, I've not looked at these notes for a minute, but bear with me. Anyway, so and by smallish history,
you didn't prepare.
I prepared. I just didn't look at my notes recently.
It's
very different.
I guess that's true.
So by smallish history, I mean like a micro penis.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's essentially
a little chode of history.
It's a little, exactly. I like that. I might have to put that for the title.
Because it's fat, but it's a little bit.
A little girthy, but not too girthy. Anyway, so essentially when Americans motorized wheels,
it's girthy, but it's not lengthy.
It stretches out the edges. Okay. So when they motorized wheels and started to travel long distances, entrepreneurs began building restaurants, motels, coffee shops, cafes, and more unusual businesses to attract travelers. So
that's cute.
Isn't that cute?
Now they're all out of business.
It's true. But when like construction of like the U.S. interstate highway system in the which did you ever watch did you ever watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, but it's been a fucking long time. I really don't remember
but
anything
it kind of cracked
movie.
me up. I didn't really understand it as a child, but when I watched it again, and like the villain was just all about building these highways, because it happened in the 50s, right? Like the whole story was in the 50s, so this kind of is a takeoff of that. Is like, yeah, it was all like so roadside attractions became like obsolete when highways became a thing. So yeah, so they got bypassed,
just like in cars,
because of the bypass. And yeah, they quickly went out of business. The end of the history. All right, moving on.
Perfect. Again.
Yeah. So the big ones. It's another list. You guys know how I fucking get off on a list. So here are the big ones. So one of the earliest and most the most beloved roadside attractions is the famous mystery spot. Most guys still don't know where that is. Located near Santa Cruz, California.
That's why you gotta find yourself a good one.
You gotta find a good one. According to legend, in 1939, a handyman named George Prather went out for a walk in some woods near Highway 17, as you do. One afternoon, when he began to feel slightly dizzy, maybe inebriated, I'm not quite sure.
He's a fucking drunk.
He was checking his compass, which I don't know why that's ridiculous to me, because it was in 1939, so that makes sense, but I can only imagine
he didn't have a GPS,
He didn't have
Shay.
a GPS. He had to pull out his compass.
People still use compasses in the 30s.
I don't know. Like, I would think that you would kind of use landmark. It doesn't matter. Anyway, checking his compass, George watched dumbfounded as the arrow like spun around in a circle. He soon discovered more anomalies in the area. He was fascinated and thought others would be as well. So he capitalized on that shit. He purchased a 3-acre parcel of land, then built a shack on the side of what came to be known as a gravity hill, And for a small fee, he would lead visitors out to the shack, which sounds shady as fuck. Which, again, like, it sounds terrifying. But nonetheless, inside said shack, balls appeared to roll uphill. Like, not his balls did not appear. And, like, he didn't show them to you. Like,
excuse me, just, your balls are showing?
Your balls are showing. It says balls on your forehead.
And they're rolling up the floor.
They're rolling up my leg, and I don't like it.
For some reason, I'm picturing an old man.
I know.
I'm not like picturing it, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
when you said that, I was like,
creepy...
oh, an old man's balls rolling up her leg.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, it's just like a prosthetic ball.
Why is it prosthetic?
Because it's just rolling up someone's leg. Okay. It's not attached. You have to be moving that shit.
Well, maybe he's limber and shit. I don't know his life.
Anyway, you can just gently roll it.
He can gently kind of glide or hump her leg.
But then that's not rolling.
Well, he could roll. I guess you're right. You're very right.
You know?
You're right.
So it might be prosthetic to roll up the leg. It could have like a really
long like skin in the middle, and he could like roll it a little bit.
Okay, we are moving along. This is not a yo-yo with the foreskin. Jesus.
Maybe
not the foreskin. The scrotum skin. The scrotum!
Oh, wow. Okay.
Scrotsma goats. Let's go.
That'll be the title of this. Okay, so...
Rumpelstiltskin.
Say these words 3 and you shall pass. Okay, so... Yeah, so anyway, so...
What were we even talking about?
Separate balls in general, just like like toy balls. They appeared to roll uphill, and guests could lean far out over their feet without falling over.
Have you ever been to one of those shacks?
No. I'm sorry, I didn't need to say that. Like, I've not been
like you've never stopped at. My parents love a roadside attraction, so maybe
I know. I'm kind of like hoping that I hit some of these that you're gonna know and you've been to.
A mystery ghost town.
Right.
Like they have the shacks that like this chair is literally like not attached to the wall, but you can sit on it on a wall.
My parents weren't into that, but I'm kind of like low key would love to be into that shit. My parents would stop like we would go.
That's what I want to do for our show.
That'd be a good one. There was some great ones that we would stop at. They didn't have anything like that, but like the old like ghost mining towns up kind of by Durango up that direction, up Highway 40, I believe it is. I can't remember which one it is, but that would be really fun. Anyway, okay, so they would like all these things would like defy the laws of physics. It's just amazing.
It's weird.
Years later, the mind-boggling phenomena was attributed to George's own cockeyed perspective, meaning he was a shit carpenter.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how they make them that way.
He simply built he just simply built a tilted shitty house.
So that was like the first of like those being built in those little attractions.
Right. So the structure's slant and lack of visible horizon threw off visitors' ability to correctly perceive what is truly level. Yet the mystery spots intriguing illusions continue to amaze visitors and remains open to this day. So we can go to Santa Cruz.
Let's go.
Okay, here's another one. Another big one, which I actually really want to go to because it sounds campy as fuck. Gatorland. Which I feel like you could have totally gone to it. Yeah.
I feel like I saw Gatorland. I definitely saw a
there
picture
probably are
for it.
several now. So
there are billboards everywhere in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And there's definitely a billboard. At least 1 in 10. Mm-hmm. Like 9 in 10 billboards were like injury lawyers.
People probably jumping in swamps.
Also, literally, the craziest driving I've ever seen in my fucking life.
That's not shocking
was
either.
In the South, like the whole South. I was like,
that's because we're crazy.
They're insane.
We have very big.
I thought
states
New York and like Rhode Island, fucking East Coast was crazy too.
We're aggressive and we don't care. We're like, hit us.
Yeah, and then
we don't want to work ever
But literally,
again.
also people would literally get like 2 inches from your bumper and then like pass you.
They're very aggressive.
Or like, just it's insane. Mm-hmm. They're very aggressive. Gatorland definitely saw a billboard or 2 of those.
Yeah. Okay, so Everglades Gatorland was a small roadside zoo which became known for its live alligators. It began life as a gas station, as all great roadside attractions do.
Dude, in Florida, all of them are.
Yeah, on US 27. But the owners J.C. Bowen and his wife Mary Lou decided to transform it into Gatorland after noticing that many of the tourists who stopped by would ask where they could see some alligators.
Here's a wild idea.
Yeah. Only in the 50s. Okay. Anyway.
Let's just fucking catch them out of the creek and put them in our fucking yard.
Right? Just, hey,
it's
Mary
fine.
Lou,
And then we'll get some tigers while we're at it.
Go get me a bucket of alley cats and let's make shit happen. That's fine. Anyway, in 1959.
A bucket of alley cats.
It's a hustle. It's fine. So, in 1959, Gatorland was open with some alligators caught in the lake behind the building. Again, probably with those alley cats. Over the years, other animals have been added, including ocelots, like a koala mundi, which looks like a ringtail possum thing, and a king vulture.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying.
Mixed with a king vulture?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Wait.
It
looks like a vulture and a
it's like a
raccoon?
ringtail possum thing and a king vulture. Look it up. It's weird. It's weird looking.
I thought you were saying those were two separate animals there.
It's like, oh no, you're right. It is.
Oh my God. I was like...
I didn't see, you guys, stay in school because English is awesome. And I forgot to put a comma. Because
so is grammar.
I almost made that's true too. I almost made a huge, really insane night beast thing. Punctuation is everything. So yeah, and a king vulture was separate. Anyway, so however,
I was like, how the fuck
does this?
I've seen a bat, but I've never seen anything weirder than a furry fruit bat that is a dog bird. And I'm pretty sure there ain't no thing.
Do you know what
that is a ring-tailed?
Do you know what I would believe?
Vulture.
I would believe that if someone said no, those are real in Florida, I'd be like, that's fine, and I will never go there again. I don't care. That wouldn't shock me. Anyway, so in 1965, new regulations.
It also is part man.
It's man, bear, pig. It lays eggs.
Lizards.
It's great. In 1965, new regulations regarding captive animals came into effect, which put many small zoos out of business. Except, Carol Baskin, but it's fine. So, however, Gatorland was able to meet the requirements on pen size, sanitation, and care for the cost of living for their animals. So, they remained open and sold souvenirs to the rare tourists that still pass through. Today, all that remains is a decaying souvenir shop, long since closed, and some of the concrete pens and cages that once housed the animal attractions. But it's abandoned as fuck. Yes, exactly, like Sarah Rose Cosmetics. Okay, this is another big one, and it actually is still around. The Land of Oz.
What?
The Land of Oz is an amusement park in Beech, Beech Mountain, North Carolina. It was first opened in 1970 when the existing ski resort was expanded to create a year-round attraction. As the name suggests, the amusement park had a Wizard of Oz theme. It was a roaring success in the first year or so, but novelty soon wore off. The park began to lose money. In 1975, the Emerald City section of the park burned down.
The Emerald City burned?
Can you imagine what it was? Rumor has it that disgruntled former employees were responsible. Just sticking it to the man. Many artifacts were destroyed, including, which is kind of crazy.
We are sick of playing the Munchkins.
This is bullshit.
I'm 29.
You can't keep feeding me in poppies. Many artifacts were destroyed, including Dorothy's original dress worn by Judy Garland.
You pieces of shit.
Which is kind of crazy. However, the park struggled on before finally closing in 19...
Why the fuck did they have it?
It did close. I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. I think that the Smithsonian should have something like that.
Yeah. They weren't smart back then sometimes.
Yeah. So I guess it did close.
They were smart.
Because it closed in 1980. It fell into disrepair and several parts were heavily vandalized while others had been preserved. It now stands in a strange, semi-abandoned state. In the 90s, the owners returned to the park and restored what they could. There is now opportunity to stay at rental cabins on the property, and the park is open for tours. Oh, it is open. I just can't even make up my mind. This is what happens when you don't read your material before. It's open on tours intermittently about the year. However, much of it is still in disrepair. Visitors say that a walk down the remaining yellow brick road is nothing short of disturbing.
It's just like
sounds about right.
Fucking animatronic things, just like dead,
right?
Just
it's terrifying.
You know, just like that.
Okay, here's another one. Salvation Mountain. Have you heard of this one?
Maybe.
In Neeland, California.
No. I don't know about that.
Okay, I thought you were saying like that's how you say that name, but okay.
Oh,
which also
no,
could be
no,
true.
no.
Situated in the remote desert of Southern California lies one of America's most unique roadside attractions, Salvation Mountain. This labor of love comes from Leonard Knight, a local who wanted to create something that showcases devotion to his faith, that not only he, but everybody could enjoy. Can you hear the sarcasm in my voice? The mountain, located off Highway 111, I guess, but
111?
But about 80 miles southeast of Palm Springs, is made of adobe clay and covered in thousands of gallons of colorful paint featuring murals, messages, and imagery depicting Bible verses. There's also another Lordy McLord pit stop.
Surprised I haven't been there.
Right? There's another one.
My Catholic upbringing.
Yeah. Bible Land, also in California. Well, it was demolished in 1994. The attraction featured sand sculptures of various scenes, primarily of the New Testament, including a life-size rendition of the Last Supper. The Last Supper scene was covered by a cave-like structure, likely to both protect the delicate sand sculpture from weather and also to recreate the indoor environment of the original painting. So that's nice.
Wow.
Okay, here's some short ones, but like some ones that deserved to be on this list. Carhenge. That's in Alliance, Nebraska. Carhenge is a striking structure. Can I give you a guess of like what it might be mocking? Is a striking structure located on the western edge of the Sandhills in Nebraska. It consists of a circle of cars and 3 standing trothons within the circle. I think I'm saying that wrong, but it's fine. This was formed from the vintage American automobiles and is currently one of the top roadside attractions in America for people who are passing through Nebraska.
Wow.
Carhenge?
I've never been there.
But you know what it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Stonehenge.
Got it. Okay, I didn't know if you're connecting the dots there.
Oh, I got it.
Got it.
I got it loud and clear.
This actually I really want to go to because it sounds so ridiculous. Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota.
I've heard of
you get
that.
to explore and discover everything that you need to know about where corn comes. I just imagine what's her face from Drop Dead Gorgeous when she's like talking about like Gladys when she's like, what was it?
Oh,
like
Lehman?
Like, yeah.
What's her name?
When she was like talking like
what's the mom's name?
Becky Lehman, wasn't it? No,
that's the daughter. Gladys Lehman.
It's Gladys Lehman when she's talking about just like a band named Queen topped the record charts. That's what I meant.
And a corn cob on a pipe was made into a palace.
It's pretty much what it is. So you get to know where corn came from and how it's processed. You can visit the Corn Museum to explore galleries of interactive displays and drop by the gift shop for a souvenir or two to take home with you.
Shay looks like a flight attendant right now with her little hand motions.
And make sure you don't fall out in the middle. Lucy the Elephant, which is in Margate, New Jersey, located along the beach in Josephine Heron Park in New Jersey. The world's greatest elephant stands strong and beautiful. I don't know why I wrote it like this.
The world's greatest elephant. I just thought that was so
skipping
funny.
words. I don't know why I said that.
It was funny. I liked it.
Oh my
It is
word.
probably the world's greatest elephant.
It could be. It's also the most picturesque for just about anyone who would want to take a photo op. You will get to climb a spiral staircase inside Lucy, and you will get to learn more about her and the rest of the park during the guided tours. So it's just
Where is she?
She's in New Jersey.
Oh, she's in the beach.
She's on the beach.
Okay.
So she kind of looks like reminiscent when you look at pictures. She looks like. Did you ever watch Moulin Rouge?
Yeah, I was.
So she looks just kind of like that.
That's what I was envisioning.
Yeah, that's exactly what she looks like.
That's cool.
It actually
I
might.
like a Lucy.
I'm wondering if it's actually Lucy the elephant that we're looking at. Or like, I wonder if they filmed it there. I don't know if they did, but I'm sure they've just built it.
I don't know about that movie.
Moulin Rouge?
Oh, Lucy.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You
I was
got it.
like,
You figured it out.
who's Lucy the elephant in real life?
Oh,
I get it.
No. Of course, the world's largest ball of twine
Where is it?
in Cocker City, Kansas.
I think didn't I fucking send you? Didn't I tell you I fucking drove past a sign for it?
I think you might have.
I'm pretty sure I did.
It wouldn't shock me because it's
on my
the
road
way.
trip.
Yeah. So
We didn't fucking stop. Thanks, Austin. Again.
you son of a bitch, you just had to keep going.
You just had to pass Dollywood, didn't you, little brother? You just had to miss the turn.
Yeah, he totally quote unquote missed it.
So funny to me. Okay, here we go.
Its circumference is more than 40 feet and approximately 11 feet tall. The best time to visit this unusual American roadside attraction, it's not that unusual because everyone knows about it, so whatever, is during August when the city
Not
hosts...
a lot of them around.
No, I guess not. It's in August when the city hosts the Twine-a-thon event, when more twine is added every year.
Oh my... We have to fucking go to that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a
thing.
challenge?
It's a challenge. We can go. I mean,
Shay, we need to go to every one of these.
should. There's also another one that I didn't mention that I always just found
road
fascinating because it just seemed like it was probably something stuck in time. I think it's like right outside of the Grand Canyon. It's bedrock, like, and apparently you could drive through it, but it looks like it's probably something from like the 80s, maybe even 70s. It's long since been abandoned, but like you can drive through a little bedrock and you can look at all the crappy.
Flintstones?
Yeah, just it's pretty funny. Anyway,
Oh my god.
last up is like
I can make your bed rock.
just like that. He'll be there to sing that song.
There's multiple people in it, so if you're talking about Drake, since he is featured, that's
Is he featured in that?
he is.
This last one I didn't even know about, but it sounds amazing. It's the Unclaimed Baggage Center. Yeah, so known to many as the land of lost luggage, this stop in Scottsboro, Alabama, sees about 1 million visitors from around the world every year, covering more than a city block. Visitors can purchase literally any item that has been packed in a suitcase that was never claimed by its owner or left on an airplane.
What?
It's the only lost luggage store in the United States. And there's a whole website about it. Like, you can, like, look it up. And they talk about how they, like, get it. It's essentially like if people just, like, left it, they never claimed it. And then they just buy these suitcases off of this.
So it's like buying someone's storage unit?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. So you just it's like a luck of the draw. And so you can just buy a piece of luggage and then you just get whatever's in it.
So you just buy the whole thing and then you just get, you don't like, they don't like piece it out.
But I think they must look through them, though. They have to look through them, right?
Yeah.
So... And then I don't know if it's a surprise to the person that's buying it or how they do that. But like, yeah, you can buy that shit. I think one because they have like a whole from A to Z, like the craziest things that they found. Like, so one was like they actually found like a live snake in one. Oh, yeah. So
that's why I left it.
Yeah, I was not into that. It was Indiana
Couldn't
Jones's.
bring it back.
It was not a good time.
Oh my god.
Yes,
that's
and
fun.
That's all I got.
Well, I like that.
See?
Like
got
that.
it.
We do have it. We just
got it.
gotta flaunt it.
It's true.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It's been a good time.
It's been a while since I've been. But you know, we actually are skipping next week probably.
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna have to do that.
Bree's working.
I have
She's working.
a lot of things.
Yeah, so it's fine.
But thank you for joining us tonight.
Again, we missed you.
We
I hope
really
you missed
did.
us.
Yeah, did you guys miss us? DM us, let us know.
Please do.
Also, speaking of DMs, if you don't know what that is, it's a direct message on Instagram, which you should be following us on.
Thanks for breaking it down.
DYISH. And also, again, don't forget, if you need for any of your CBD needs, please check out Farmhouse Hemp.
That I so shamefully forgot during the live because like I was like a
You
little
didn't forget. You just
I was
had
a
a
little
brain
deer in
fart.
the headlights, so I was like,
It's okay. I got
it
you.
helped my sister's dying dog.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you.
I actually was putting some of the salve on today to like help me just chill a little bit, and it was a nice little.
Was it nice? A little.
It was the eucalyptus lemongrass.
Oh, nice.
And also I just put it on my wrist. I almost said ankles.
I was
but
like,
that's
all right.
not what those are.
Okay.
So yeah, don't forget to check Farmhouse Hemp out. They like get the CBD the most legit way possible. Go look at their website and
their
check
salves are
out
amazing.
all the info. And they have stuff for your dogs. They have stuff for you. They have stuff for your mom. They have stuff for your dad. Stuff for your brother, your sister, your mom, your
Whatever
dad,
your
gramps,
yeah.
great grandpa, your fucking
gamey.
your gammy, your paw. Yeah, so check them out and be sure to use the code 30ish at checkout for your 10% discount.
It's not for us. It's for you.
It's for you. And then for the supporting the locals,
Yeah,
the local
that's also
busies.
the most important.
And then, yeah, thank you. We love you. Thank you for joining us today. And what else am I supposed to say right now?
That was it. We're gonna roll.
Okay, we're gonna roll the dice for next week because that's what we do. If this is your first time listening, welcome to the fucking club.
Look, I can't.
The Babysitters Club,
and
bitch.
I can't make it roll off this time.
Oh my god, this is a very new experience. This is our first time rolling on the new desk. The first time.
You're fine.
There's a first time for everything. Baby's first roll.
Baby's first roll and baby's first, like, I gotta get up my notes because...
Baby's day out.
Baby's...
Do you remember that movie?
Oh, I thought
We've talked about that.
I actually thought about watching that movie the other day.
Dude, Baby's day out. That's so random.
Because I'm such a fucking weirdo.
Oh, and want to know what me and Chris watched like 2 weeks ago?
What?
Beethoven. It was actually before we left our dog, and it was so dumb that we did
Shut the fuck up. I watched that last week.
It's so good.
It was like right after Sam.
And they're not that drooly, okay?
No, it was right after Sam had passed away, and so I was like wanting to watch a little dog movie. So I watched that one and then Beethoven second.
Dude, those movies are not, they're not to fuck with your emotions. They're pretty serious movies.
They're like more though. Like that one wasn't as bad,
They're
even though
very
you're just like
crime-ridden.
don't hit him, Beethoven, or don't hit Beethoven.
I know.
Okay, for real though.
Ladies are crazy.
They are crazy. But good old David Duchovny there.
He's a little hottie boy.
He always was. It was like
He's a nice looking
starting
man.
out on his like fucking X-Files days. All right, here we go. I still know how to really fuck it up. It's a free roll.
5?
Yeah.
It is?
Yes. See?
Oh my god, she's gonna do it.
All right.
Okay, ready? Here we go. 3.
That is food.
Ooh. I was thinking literally the other day, I was like, I kind of want to do like a little video food.
Okay.
Semi-roll food.
We can do a little
Like
video
a little
food.
cooking demo.
Let's do that.
While I'm talking on the little fob mic.
We can totally do that. That'd be fun.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do. I might just break down me roasting a fucking pig for 200 people and 30 chickens and...
I mean, people would like to know your secrets.
That's true.
Be a good one.
But I don't have any secrets, so...
You might know.
I'm an open book.
Well, you have a whole...
Actually,
you have a
there's
platform to give the book to. The book of Brie.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. All right, food. Well, we won't see you next week, but we'll see you the week after for sure. Because
we're going to get back on this train correctly. But we
are.
Glad that you missed us.
I feel great in our new little studio.
I know. I'm feeling good about this too.
I like our little setup, our little IG Live. We're getting back on the horse, guys.
We're moving on up.
Tell your friends, tell your
wives,
sisters, tell your wives, tell your husbands, tell your dogs. tell whoever you want because we love you and thank you and we'll